Tennessee Titans end up losing to the Houston Texans 22-13. Obviously, I was hugely proven wrong because the Tennessee Titans didn't win 45-14. They didn't have that great running game. Didn't have a great day for running, and they didn't have a great day for passing. They really stunk on offense a lot. Houston Texans played great, including Tyrod Taylor was able to move the Texans into the scoring area. Even though they were held mainly to field goals, they're still multiple field goals. They're still able to score points, needed points to win. And Houston Texans had completely wrong about the Tennessee Titans winning the turnover battle because they lost this to the Houston Texans that had Texans defense had a total up. Titans lost the turnover battle 5-0. This was one of the worst games ever for Ryan Tannehill, throwing 4 interceptions. The other turnover being a fumble, not a fumble. It was hit by a Titan returner, and Houston Texans taking advantage, recovered the football, and able to score points. So this was a completely terrible game where the Texans just played great, the Titans just played awful, and which is why I was just amazed. I was just amazed that the Titans even had the Titans. I still had optimism that they were going to be, well, I was amazed by how terrible this game was that they still had a achievable chance to actually take the lead in the fourth quarter before another turnover happening. So yeah, this was just a really depressing day, except it's a lot depressing because even with this loss, the Titans, so yeah, Houston Texans hugely proved me wrong, including Titans did not win the turnover battle. They lost the turnover battle completely, 5-0, that's a huge margin. If not just losing it, completely losing it, shutout. I was hugely proven wrong, including since Texans winning 22-13 is completely proves the Titans team are only the Texans, a terrible Texans team. 45-14. This didn't happen at all. So yeah, it's a great win for the Texans that won a game for the first time since week 1. So that was a long time for the Texans. Tyrod Taylor he's not a great quarterback, but he's still a good quarterback that can get that football team wins that they can get to the playoffs or get wins in what is with the lost season because the Texans aren't going to make the playoff, and what is a season where they're just playing for pride because the Texans aren't going to make the playoffs. And yeah, I'm less on that. Yeah, completely give credit to the Houston Texans for playing a great game, winning 22-13 in a game where they're just playing mainly for pride. Well, they're playing for pride. They're also playing as a spoiler, but they're playing for pride, and they're also playing for as a spoiler. Not for a spoiler, as a spoiler. And they played great, winning 22-13. It was raining a lot. Made me think of Any Given Sunday where the Miami Sharks they were in a game they lost. So yeah, this very much was very similar to that game in Any Given Sunday where the Miami Sharks lost. Titans didn't play well in the elements, and Houston Texans did. So yeah, the Titans I'm not giving any excuses for the Titans losing because Texans had to play in those elements. They played great. Titans had to play in the element of it's raining, and they didn't play great. So hats off to the Houston Texans for playing a great game, winning 22-13 in a game that was embarrassing, mainly because Texans always led this game. Titans, when they finally did score a touchdown, it took until the fourth quarter. So Texans were playing their best game of the season, besides the week 1 where they got the benefit. Because better than week 1, mainly because they were playing a high quality opponent. When they steamrolled the Jaguars, they were playing a terrible team that had a rookie quarterback making his first start, and also a team that has a huge lack of talent because there's undeniably 2 talented players on the Jaguars. The rest are wouldn't exactly what you call talented players. I mean, they're NFL players, but they're not talented players where you'd say, yeah, they'd be starting on the LA Rams, or they'd be starting on the Los Angeles Rams, Arizona Cardinals, or any other stacked teams. They wouldn't be starters on the Chiefs or etc. So yeah, I give credit to the Houston Texans for that great 22-13 win, and I'm a lot less sad about this loss, mainly because not just the fact that the Titans are still in first place, even with the Ravens keeping ground, because they did defeat the Bears in a low-scoring, entertaining game. Also, the fact that I'm still confident the Titans are still going to win 13 games or more. They're still going to win 13 games or more and make the playoffs as the number one seed, getting a bye week for the first time since 2008. So yeah, it'll be an exciting Sunday when the Titans play a Patriots team that's been playing great football, that has that long winning streak. See if the Titans can make me excited. I'm confident that the Titans can go into New England and defeat a playing great Patriots team that currently has a winning record and very possibly could win the AFC East, because they're not that far away from the Buffalo Bills. And yeah, so it's going to be a really exciting Sunday when the final November Sunday when the Titans play they play a good Patriots team that is playing great football, that has the advantage of a win streak and also playing at home. And this video is being recorded on Friday, November 26, 2018, before I mow the lawn.